Good morning, friends. Welcome to today's morning coffee with Mike. A lot of gratitude today. We've got some crazy fog that's rolled into New York that I've been dealing with now for 2 days. We'll see if it keeps on, uh, if it goes by Friday. It should be that smog from Canada that should be out of here by Friday, if not by Saturday. That's what they're saying on the news. But it made me think about gratitude, and I thought that I was getting good at gratitude. I thought that I was getting good at being grateful for the small things. But as it turns out, the more specific that we can have our gratitude practice, that can help too, right? So it's easy to say that we're grateful for life, we're grateful for the sunshine, the trees. How about something as simple as air? How about something as simple as breathing? How about something as simple as being grateful for both clean air and sturdy smog filled air? And just being grateful for the ability to breathe something, because there's plenty of people right now that are dead and gone that don't have that ability anymore. So how about being grateful for that? So it just struck me, uh, actually, the this morning, that level of gratitude. So anyhow, wanted to do an open Q&A today, for everybody. So open Q&A, any trading related questions that you have, uh, in our uh, in our VIP group. We do an open Q&A Wednesday where we're the basic prompts for that, and we'll do a mini version of this for you guys here, is to add any trading related question that you have. And so some of the prompts for that include uh, questions related to mindset, questions related to journaling, questions related to analysis. So, analysis of markets, analysis of trades, whatever questions that you have there. Questions that are related to, say, position sizing or risk management or trade management. Maybe you have questions on post analysis. Maybe you have questions on testing. Whatever it is, drop it into the comments. It looks like we've got our first question here from Colin. Colin says, "Hey, Mike, hope this question is appropriate." Let's see. I just put it on the screen before. But I hear traders like Mark Minervini mention stage one, stage two, etc. Are these stages different than the base stages in MarketSmith? Sure, absolutely appropriate question. Well, when I read that first sentence, is this an appropriate question? My mind goes to all kinds of dark places, but this question is absolutely appropriate. So again, stage one, stage two, are these stages different than the stages in MarketSmith? Yes, they're different. So here's how they're different. And well, why don't I pull up MarketSmith and we can all take a look at MarketSmith together here. So I'm just pulling it up on another screen, and let me shift that over here, and I can start to share my screen. Alrighty, so share screen, and let's share the MarketSmith tool. And I'll make my face smaller, and I'll bring Instagram over here so you guys can see what we're talking about over here. Okay, so make center this a little bit better here. So this is MarketSmith. And yeah, Colin, if you have a particular chart to bring up, let me know and we could look at that. But for right now, uh, well, let's see. I'll bring up Dash. Dash is a trade that I am currently in. I started that trade a couple of days ago. I saw it breaking out of a VCP pattern, and you could see this here, right? So I hover my mouse over the chart pattern. And Market Smith has this pattern recognition where it'll draw out a cup with handle. It does an okay job with these things, and it's like an early version of like an AI or an algorithm to pick these kinds of things up. Uh, it's it's identifying the stage of the pattern. So in O'Neill world, right? Let's answer that first question first. And actually, why don't I find a better example, because this is going to show stage one, and so the uh, you want to have an example where there's multiple bases in here. Let's why don't we pull up something like Meta? No. Yeah, most things are just coming out of the bear market, so it's a little challenging to find something like. Let's see. Well, what flags that SMCI? Yeah, so that this is a good one, right? So over here, it's showing this down here as a stage two. This over here as stage three. This is stage four. Well, what this is counting are the number of bases. So in How to Make Money in Stocks, Bill O'Neill came up with a stage count for bases. So how many times has this stock consolidated during its run? He would call it stages. In Minervini and also in Stan Weinstein, they look at stages like this, where you have stage one is flat, stage two starts the uptrend. Stage three is the top. Stage four is your downtrend. And the cycle continues. From a stage three, however, you could continue into stage two. It's not just like, okay, you're in stage three now, stage four is inevitable. You could resume the stage two uptrend. So that is, in a nutshell, the difference. So, uh, yeah, Colin, let me know if that answers your question. And let me see what other questions have come in. Aloha, Dennis. Dennis on the live stream. Yeah, Dennis is a great guy. If you don't follow Dennis, uh, Dennis Wilborn, and his handle over here on Instagram is Dennis underscore autopilot trader. Go check out his content, give him a follow. He posts lots of great content both on Instagram and also on his YouTube channel. Go check out Dennis. All right, Colin's happy with the answer. Good, I'm glad. Question from Hafiz. Hi, Michael. The advice that you gave me about what I should do next after my first profitable week was really helpful, and I started to do what you told me to do since then. Thank you so much. My pleasure. Let's see. Well, what other questions do you guys have here? Actually, I'm starting a new study on how to re-enter trades, and I posted this to the coaches inside the Merrily program and also to the members, and I'll post a question to you guys here as well. And I'll stop sharing this screen, and I'll start to reshare the entire screen over here, so that way I could bring over trading view here, and I will turn this around again, and maybe you guys have some thoughts on this. So there's trades that, yeah, like how when you get stopped out of a trade, and how that can be annoying. And then especially if you get stopped out of a trade and you see it reverse and climb higher the following day, yeah, that can be annoying. And so I've started to work on a solution for that. And one of the solutions is seeing how the stock, uh, one, like where price falls to on a daily time frame. What we're looking at here is Monday. Monday was a great trade for me. Monday, I had now let's take off some of this noise here. I'd started this trade back here, wrote it all the way up, took a couple of scale outs, and then sold it on this break right here where it started to break below that level of support and below the 10-day exponential moving average. It ended up closing the day near its low. Um, you can see here this purple line, that's the 21-day exponential moving average. It's rising. But what made me think about this trade in particular was a couple of things. Number one, this is a sector leader. So it well, what's a sector leader? A sector leader is a stock that's within a sector that's leading, that is also leading its sector. That's how I define it. So the reason why I'm interested in those is because stocks like these can shake you out and then continue further. So I wanted to try to come up with a solution for this. So here is what I'm working on so far. There is a 30-minute chart that I like to take a look at. And on the 30-minute time frame, this is, well, what it looked like here. So this bar that I've got highlighted with a couple of notes down here, this bar was the closing bar from yesterday. So this bar happened at 3:30 p.m. and it closed at 4 p.m. If you notice this bar here, it pushed lower but closed at the top of its range, and it did that on heavy volume. Very interesting. Interesting for a couple of reasons. Not only because it did that, but also because it occurred right around major support. In fact, I have some other keys that I wrote down over here. So, sector leader, we already noted that. Stock near a support level on the daily, the 21 EMA was getting close. The shakeout occurred on a Wednesday, which I think is very interesting because it's happening in the middle of the week. When something like this happens in the middle of the week, well, what it sets up for is that now you have a potential low on the weekly time frame that you're also playing against. So that got my mind thinking too. Okay, so you got all these different types of things happening here. And then on the following day, the opening bar doesn't undercut this. It opens within the range of this bar and then it pushes higher. I don't know. I thought that this was an interesting way to potentially uh, get back into a stock that shakes you out and to get in with low risk. This would have been getting in with 1.5% risk if you had got in and then right away it stopped you out. You could come up with some additional trade management rules for this as well. Like, for example, after X number of bars on the 30-minute time frame, perhaps you raise your stop to break even. So that way you're testing small and then you get that risk right off the table. So anyhow, few thoughts that I thought that I would share with you guys. Let me know what you think about that idea. Type into the chat, let me know. And while you're doing that, I'll see if there's any other questions that came in. I am going to have to hop off uh, early. Well, early relative to what I normally do. Normally, I say that this is going to be a 15-minute live stream and then extend it to 30. But today, I've got to hop off. I've got a team meeting that's starting pretty soon. Starts at 11:30, so I just want to make sure that I'm there on time. Someone's asking me to add them to the live stream. So if you want to come onto the live streams, please DM me. Send me a DM and we'll be able to work out a specific day and time. The reason why I prefer to do it that way is so that way it gives us both a chance to prepare, and not only that, if I'm going to bring somebody on live, then that means that it's either going to be an Instagram only show or a YouTube, Twitter, Instagram show because one lets me do desktop, the other one does not. So I stream this show to multiple places on the regular, and so I just need to help prepare for that. So anyhow, if you're interested on coming on the show, message me, and then we'll be able to figure something out. All right, looks like that's it for questions. Please guide me to learn. We've got a lot of free education on marawealth.com. There's the blog, there's the Trading Mind Decoder, there's the newsletter where I'm sending out free information, free education, my personal watch lists for free every single week. So go to marawealth.com for those things. And I think we will wrap it up. All right, everybody. Nice talking to you today. I'll see you back here again tomorrow at 11:30. We'll be back to 11:30s tomorrow. I'll see you then. Take care. Much love. Peace out, everybody.